All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Justice case number JVB 1036, Martinez case.
Thank you.
You welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Martinez,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm here to put Daddy on child support.
That's his name, Daddy?
Well, that's what I call him.
Okay. Right. All right. So how many children do you and, I'm sorry, I'm not going to refer to you as Daddy. Sir, what is your name?
My name is Dave.
Dave, Mr. Dave. You're putting Mr. Dave on child support.
Correct.
Okay. How many children do the two of you have?
We have one.
Okay. And what's the backstory? Like, was he not paying? I mean, what was going on?
Okay, so we met a while ago in my hometown. He actually works.
All right, everyone, buckle up for another compelling child support showdown. Today, Miss Martinez is stepping up, demanding financial support from Mr. Dave for their child. She lays it all out, what started as a no-strings-attached arrangement. Had Mr. Dave giving her $1,000 a week. But the moment she got pregnant, the money stopped cold, leaving her to navigate parenthood alone. Now, standing before the judge, she's here to make sure he takes responsibility. The judge listens intently, aware that this case is anything but ordinary. With tensions rising and both sides firmly sticking to their claims, the courtroom is charged with anticipation. Will justice be served? Stay tuned. This one's about to get in
a position where it allows him to travel a lot. He just so happened to be in my hometown, and we kind of met at a bar. We kind of had a few night stands, something like that. And we kind of got an arrangement to where he would basically provide me with about $1,000 a week. With a week, yes, a week. So with my allowance, it allowed me to begin to do my position as a stylist. And when I told him I got pregnant, he cut me off. And now he doesn't want to take care of our child. We already got a DNA test, and he knows it's his child. So I don't know what the problem is. So I'm here to put him on child support.
Okay, so you lost me at the $1,000 a week part. Was that for you only?
For me. He was kind of looking for something that allowed him to have pleasure and, have fun while he's in my hometown. And I was okay with that, because that's kind of what I wanted. I didn't want anything serious, like as far as, commitment and marriage and all that good stuff. So we decided to just have fun. And now he wants to cut me off because we have a child together and he doesn't want to take care of him.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to address the $1,000 a week part because that has nothing to do with why we're here. I just want to know about the child support part. Is there a reason you haven't been giving her financial support for the child?
I never agreed to child support.
Okay.
I agreed to the fun part, and fun time's over.
So now that the fun time's over, the adult time begins, which is caring for the child.
I never agreed to have a child with her.
Okay, you probably didn't, but you guys were having fun and had a kid, right?
He wasn't complaining when he was up in there.
Okay, so you guys had a child.
Well, there's no reason to complain, but yes, ma'am.
If we want to get into that, let's not.
Martinez steps forward, her voice unwavering as she lays out her case. She details how her arrangement with Mr. Dave was purely casual. He provided $1,000 a week for her companionship. But the moment she became pregnant, everything changed. The payment stopped, and he severed all financial ties, leaving her to shoulder the burden alone. Determined to secure the support her child deserves, she turned to the legal system. With a DNA test confirming Mr. Dave as the father, there's no room for doubt. Now she's here to make sure he takes responsibility. As tensions rise, Mr. Dave readies his defense, but Miss Martinez stands her ground. With a child's future hanging in the balance, the stakes have never been higher.
Please don't, because I don't think I have time for that today. I would have to, set aside some special time to hear all of this story. So we're just going to focus on the important part, okay? Now the child, whether you agreed or signed up for child support, you have a child. You need to take care of that child financially.
Your Honor, I would like to say something. I don't want to make this personal aspersion on her character. How do I know that's my child?
Well, you already had a DNA test. It's been confirmed that you're the father. You forgot about that?
Evidently, it slipped my mind. Yes.
Oh, okay, you're probably having too much fun. But again, you have a child now, and you're going to pay child support. So, let's get some information from you. How much do you make a year?
I make a good year up around 108.
108,000, okay. And health insurance, who carries the child on health insurance?
I
He
carry.
does.
Okay. And how many children do you have besides this one?
I have 2 children.
2 children, okay. So we can give you credit. Well, how old are your children?
They're not in the house. They're adults.
Okay. That wasn't my question. How old are your children?
How old?
Yes.
One's 30, one's 35.
30? Okay. So definitely none under the age of 18.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so let's do some math here. Looks like your gross comes out close to $9,000 a month. Your net is about $6,436.81. That gives you, well, giving you credit for health insurance. And you said how much was it?
Health insurance about, I think it's around 200.
Okay, so I'll give you credit for the health insurance that you carry on the child. That will bring your child support obligation to $1,287 per month. And that's all he has to pay.
Dave steps forward, exuding confidence, but clearly on the defensive. He argues that he never intended to have a child with Miss Martinez, that their arrangement was strictly casual, with no promises of a future. While he acknowledges the DNA test proves he's the father, he insists that since he never agreed to parenthood, he shouldn't be financially responsible. He leans on the idea that consenting to a relationship isn't the same as consenting to be a parent, but the judge isn't having it. Her expression says it all. Parenting isn't a choice you can opt out of, and legal obligations don't disappear just because the situation isn't convenient. As Mr. Dave's dismissive attitude clashes with the judge's firm stance, the tension in the room thickens. The courtroom falls silent, all eyes on the judge as she prepares to deliver a ruling, one that ensures the child's well-being comes first, whether Mr. Dave...
Okay with that. I mean, it's like a cut to me, but it's fine. I mean, I got my business, I can take care of my child, but I just didn't think it was fair for him not to have an obligation to our child.
I definitely agree with that. He definitely has an obligation to the child in terms of what you all may have going on in fun times. That has nothing to do with me, and I can't do anything about that.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes, make it quick.
I have another life besides this life. I have 2 wonderful kids, a wife, and
Wait a minute.
I need to focus on that life.
Wait a
I don't
minute.
need to focus on this life.
Did you just say you were married?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does your wife know about this 1-year-old?
If this is televised, that might be a factor later on, but at this point, no.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
you were literally at my house yesterday.
Okay, well, you know what? You guys are not going to fight in front of me. So
Sorry.
what we're going to do is, do you have any more questions?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions pertaining to your child support? Not anything else? No fun time, nothing like that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Judge wastes no time. Her ruling is swift, firm, and unmistakably clear. With Mr. Dave's annual income of $118,000, she calculates his child support obligation, ordering him to pay $1,287 per month without delay. On top of that, he must provide health insurance to ensure his child's medical needs are covered. She doesn't entertain excuses. A casual arrangement doesn't erase legal responsibility.